Welcome to Sedona, Arizona. We traded the dazzling lights of Las Vegas for the peaceful and undeniably beautiful landscape of Sedona. I'm Danny702, and join me for a different type of episode as we're going to be exploring Sedona for the next 2 nights and diving into the peaceful escape and unique energy of this red rock paradise. This is my second time here, and we're going to be doing a little bit of exploring. We'll definitely go on a few hikes. We'll grab some food. I'll show you our hotel and the amazing energy that Sedona brings. But first, we need to rewind a bit. If you're making a beeline straight from Las Vegas to Sedona, it's about a 4.5 hour drive. So this can definitely be a fun journey. You go through a lot of different landscapes on your way there. You have the Hoover Dam, there's Kingman, which has the cutest 50s diner, and the charming small town of Seligman. Then there's Williams, Arizona, which has the exciting mountain coaster that we did before, and that serves as the gateway to the Grand Canyon South Rim. So I've done a full video making those stops before. You're pretty much taking the same route. We were also going to Sedona on that same trip. We only filmed the drive though. I showed you all of the major stops. That was a full day. And then that night after we hit the Grand Canyon, we stayed at Flagstaff. From Flagstaff, you'll go through, there's a beautiful national forest, and this is going to spit you off at Sedona proper. But this is the Coconino National Forest, and it's so pretty. Look at the map. This is the crazy windy road we're going through right now. It's pretty, but also a bit scary and very, very windy. As we made our way to Sedona, I knew that I could not pass up the opportunity to stop at a true natural wonder here at Slide Rock State Park. Just about 15 minutes until you hit Sedona, because they have a swimming area with basically a slide made from rocks, a natural slide of rocks, hence the name. So this natural water park was once the Pinley Homestead, a 43-acre apple orchard. While the orchard is still part of the park's charm, the real star of the show is the Oak Creek itself. Over millions of years, the flowing water has smoothed and sculptured the reddish-brown rocks, creating a series of natural water slides. One thing I forgot, towels. 72 degrees right now, though.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that. Oh, that is cold. Nothing like Florida Springs water. There are some people in it. It's pretty crazy. I thought that the rocks were going to be pretty rugged, but the algae on the rock creates a lot of slick. It is darn slippery over here. You'll see people of all ages enjoying this unique experience. Very, very cool. There also seems to be plenty of spots to simply just relax on the rock, even if you don't want to go on the water. You got these towering cliffs and lush vegetation. Just a very cool sight. All right, next time I'm bringing a floaty like these guys. That's the move right there. So this is technically Oak Creek, but it is part of Sedona. It's 75 degrees, but it's just a little too cold to get in the water. Even the kids are hesitant. The kids are always braver to get into the water than the adults. Also bring water shoes. That's something that I really, really need to invest in. Do a little bit of scrambling to get a little further back. Probably not bad if you want to stick to the main area, but there are a lot of people there. I hear in the summer it gets very, very busy, and that the parking lot can get full very, very quickly. And $20 to get in, not too bad. Just look at this beautiful site. You got a pool area over here. This place has it all. Whoa. Slide Rock was way cool, but we're on the road again. But you can see already we're getting closer. Oh, we've made it our home base for the next 2 nights. The beautiful Los Abrigados Resort and Spa. First impression, this place is super charming. Stunning Spanish-style architecture and inviting surroundings. Compared to a lot of the other resorts in the Sedona area, I feel like I got this resort at a steal. And to my surprise, when we checked in, we got a complimentary upgrade from a studio room to a 1-bedroom suite. And you guys, this room is freaking awesome. For the next 2 nights, this is gonna be a really amazing home base. Check out this massive space that we have. So when you walk in, you immediately walk into a living area, living space. You got couch, sofa, and then you've got a flat screen TV, plenty of cabinet space. Oh, and I'm noticing every time I open a shelf, there's like something in it. They provide you with a lot of items that you might need during your stay. So look at that. Pots and pans, cutting board, measuring cup. Oh, here's the dishes. And then you also have a full dining room, table for 4. Then we've got a full kitchen. So we have a refrigerator, freezer combo. You have an oven and a stove. Look at this. We are definitely gonna go to the store. You got a sink and a dishwasher, microwave, coffee maker. Yes, there is some coffee items here. And then you got your cups and a blender, toaster. This way to the bedroom. The original room that I booked was a studio and it was a queen bed. So we have way more space than I originally planned. You can see we got nightstands on each side of the bed. There are a lot of areas that have outlets I'm noticing throughout this whole room. Another flat screen TV right in front of the bed. You have a full closet here, more bedding, maybe you have somebody sleeping on the couch. You have the sink area and then the separate area for the actual toilet and the shower. Everything looks clean. Got a bath as well. Oh, I forgot to show you, we even have a patio. I love this. I'm gonna come out here in the morning with my coffee. I'm so excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited? $320 for the 2 nights together in total on Priceline. So I was doing some research. I was looking at a whole bunch of hotels. I almost went with the motel that we stayed at the last time we stayed in Sedona. That was going to be $350 for 2 nights. So I saw this come up for $320 and I thought, well, there's got to be a catch. When you stay at a resort, there is normally a resort fee. So I have used Priceline before and they are very upfront about how much you will spend with them, and then when you get there, you will have a resort fee on top of that. But Priceline didn't say anything about a resort fee here. So I contacted Priceline. They said that if the resort charges me a resort fee when I get here, to send them a receipt and I will be reimbursed for it because it didn't say it on the website when I was paying. I did pay I believe it was about $35 a night resort fee. We'll see how that works when I send a message to Priceline to be reimbursed for that. Or $390 the total would be. That motel was gonna be $350 and it did not have any amenities. Even though I actually really enjoyed our stay the last time, I was totally fine with staying there. But when I found this, I thought, let's give it a shot.
After a quick change, it was about 6 o'clock, so time to get some food. We headed over to Uptown Sedona as our first stop of the trip. I'm honestly not that big of a shopper, but I realized that a lot of Sedona closes down pretty early in the day, and Uptown had a couple of restaurants that were still open a little later in the more tourist area around our resort. So unfortunately, the Fudge Company is closed currently. They got gelato though, lots of places to eat. Lots of crystal shops for the Vortex. I did bring my own though. After a little bit of window shopping, it was time for dinner. We stopped into Open Range, which had a really amazing view in the patio. I think a lot of spots in Sedona are gonna have this amazing view though. I ordered a mimosa. I ordered a turkey wrap, comes with avocado and bacon, tomato and lettuce, and also a side of tater tots. Eddie ordered a cheeseburger with a side of fries. A really nice meal after a long drive and a good way to end the day. About 6:15 a.m. Slept pretty good. Didn't hear any noise. The bed was comfortable. So they have a few different activities going on around the resort. We did an hour of mindfulness yoga, which was the perfect way to feel present for the adventures ahead. We walked across the street to Freeform Coffee. Even with the coffee in the room, there's something so enjoyable about experiencing a local coffee stop. Now fully caffeinated and ready to go, our first destination for the day was the iconic Cathedral Rock. Cathedral Rock is the spot that I wanted to go to the last time we were here, but it was so hard to get into the parking lot. Every single time we went by the parking lot, it was full. So a lot of the popular destinations here in Sedona, you have to be shuttled into the spot. But this time, we got lucky with a parking spot. Cathedral Rock might be one of the most photographed and recognizable landmarks in all of Sedona, and for good reason. It is beautiful. There are a few ways to experience Cathedral Rock. The most popular is a short but steep hike up Cathedral Rock Trail. While it's not a long trek, be prepared for some scrambling over rocks. I did not have my camera very much here because both hands are needed for the climb, and I only made it halfway. It was way too steep for me, and I made the mistake of looking down on a very small ledge while taking a break, and I realized I was good, meaning I did not want to go any higher than where I was.
Eddie went a bit further than I did. I got kind of stuck.
Like many of Sedona's prominent formations, Cathedral Rock is also considered a powerful energy vortex.
It's believed that a specific location where the Earth's electromagnetic energy is particularly strong is among a couple of the spots here in Sedona, one of them being Cathedral Rock. I feel like I want to believe it. I brought my rocks just in case, or my crystals, just to charge them up, just in case. You never know.
I was pretty set on going back to a different spot in Sedona that I had a strong connection with the first time we visited, so this ended up being a pretty quick trip for us.
Of course, Sedona has several well-known vortex areas, and we came over to what was my favorite the last time we came over here. We're here at Bell Rock. Easy parking. You do not need to take a shuttle. It's $5 for parking here, but we found a spot right away. But this one wasn't as steep of an incline. I feel like this incline is a little bit easier to deal with if you might have a little bit of a fear of heights. See, there's just something about the view over here. I don't know. It's pretty darn majestic. Not as crowded either. I've seen some people here and there. We kind of took a long route. There are quite a few well-known vortexes around town. They say that each of them can be very unique, so you might experience a different sensation, a different energy at each of them. So maybe at one you feel more grounded, another one you might feel more uplifted. Some people have said that they have felt awakening. This one here I feel more uplifted, and I think it's just the space and this epic view behind me. This is amazing. Something about the vibe, something about the energy here. So Bell Rock is named for its distinctive bell shape. This majestic red formation is easily accessible right off of Red Rock Scenic Byway, making it a popular spot for visitors. But the area around Bell Rock has a lot of different trails for all levels, so you can do an easy Bell Rock pathway or even a more challenging climb that takes you up to the summit. 15 minutes until sundown. There are sunset views at Cultural Park. I actually found this just Googling where to watch sunset in Sedona. And as we were walking around trying to find a spot to watch the sunset, a couple of locals had us follow them over a pathway, and we found this really cool spot. They said this is the best spot to watch the sunset, so that was really nice of them. Last night, after we watched the sunset, we ended up just going to the market and grabbing some food there. We wanted to use the kitchen that we have here. So we picked up some meat and we picked up some sides. We heated up some carne asada, watched the Knights game. Unfortunately, we lost and made it a really early night. I think we went to bed at like 9 o'clock. We've been waking up pretty early. So this morning, we woke up at 6:30 a.m. and decided to use the amenities here. In the gym, there is a sauna, there's a steam room in separate areas. So there's a men's area, there's a women's area. So after I did my workout, I sat in the sauna for a little bit. They gave us a late checkout, so technically checkout is at 10 o'clock, but they're giving us until noon. So I'm doing a little bit of a walk around, and then we'll go over to an area right next to the resort that's a popular destination area too. I'll show you guys that. Here's the front when you come in. Our room was all the way in the back here because I would 100% stay here again. And they have a whole bunch of amenities. So on site they do have a restaurant, tennis courts, and pickleball courts, and also basketball courts. There's a whole creek back here. I had no idea that this was all back here. And they have a family mini golf area too. Straight ahead there's also a little playground. Now this is the main building, the front desk area, but upstairs is also the fitness center. Their spa is upstairs too. There's also a salon. And then here's the main pool. They did have some classes, some aqua classes. You got a area where you can do like laps. They have a big spa too. I really wanted to try to squeeze that in today before we left. It's already 11:30 and our checkout with complimentary 2 hours is at 12 o'clock.
So our hotel is located within feet of a popular destination here in Sedona called Tlaquepaque Arts and Shopping Village. This area was designed to resemble a traditional Mexican village with cobblestone walkways, arched entries, and water fountains all around. The architecture is inspired by the arts and crafts villages of Old Mexico, which really does create a unique and romantic atmosphere. It's a great place to wander and do a little bit of shopping. The stores here are definitely focused on showcasing high quality handcrafted arts and unique goods. We are heading to the chai spot, and in the back they have this really cool patio where you can sit and enjoy a drink. I went in for a Thai iced tea. This was $6.50. They didn't have ice, but that kind of works in our favor. The drinks are already cold and we get more drinks. Nice to escape the hustle and bustle and come out here and just enjoy the beauty, the energy, and really just relax a bit. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this video was a bit different from my others, a bit more of a hangout vlog and coming with us on our vacation as we vacation away from Vegas. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more adventures in Las Vegas and also the surrounding areas, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.